Oh. Oh, hi. How you doing? Whoa. Boy, it's a cold day out here in the Northwest. The great Pacific Northwest. Thought I'd bring my next article to you. Here, another fantastic spot to go over one of my health articles. And this one's a pretty good one. It's holiday weight management. But while I went over it, I thought I would give you a nicer view than the last one. So I'm trying to find really decent places so that when I read, not only do you have the experience of listening to an article as opposed to reading it, because reading it is work, listening is a little bit easier, but you also got something great to look at. Water's kind of high. I thought I might try to do a little bit of fishing, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Any of you that are fishermen know that that's a little high, a little murky, so probably won't have any success, but I may try it. Let's get right down to the article. Holiday weight management. So that's a tough one. When the holidays come up, usually it's a big temptation to go to your grandmother, mother's house, in-laws, whatever, and you see all of that tempting food selection, and typically tend to starve ourselves. It's kind of like what we do. I don't know why, but I mean, starve yourself before you go, then when you get there, then you tend to just gorge, and then you get overfull and you kind of laying around like a beached whale. I kind of equate that to the Lido deck on a cruise line. You know, you overeat and you just kind of lay there and you, oh, I can't handle this, you know. So you make yourselves miserable, and to add insult to injury, well, that as we get older, that food doesn't process, or metabolisms don't process those calories like it used to. You can watch kids, they can do it, but they have extremely fast metabolisms. Ours aren't, we're not that fortunate as we age. So the only place those excess calories have to go is, when you say fat cell, instead of this big, it goes whoosh, just blows up. And before you know it, you're a pack rat. And we know that excess body fat around the midsection carries risk for disease and just to name a few, obesity and diabetes, and also cancer manifestations. So you really have to think about that type of stuff. There's a whole list of things that are equated to overeating, storing excess calories, being lethargic, sedentary, not getting up and moving around, you know. So, and exercise is the other key. So that's one of the tips. So within this article, I have some tips. You know, the never do this, okay? So I've got about 8 of them. I'm going to read through them real quick. I've only got about 8 to 10 minutes to put out an article on the YouTube, and then I run out of bandwidth. So I don't do any editing. I don't really practice what I script. Pretty obvious from some of my earlier stuff. Really didn't want to get into a whole lot of work with this, but wanted to just be able to bring you a different format. Starting to look and giving you some different views, because this is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to come back to the same spot, and we'll take another shot of this when the water's down a little bit lower, and maybe we'll just do a tranquil scene. I like to do that for meditation, so I'm not really in the picture, but you can just sit, watch, and listen, which is pretty cool too. So keeping track of my clock time here, and you'll be interested in this technology. See, it's a Jim Beam clock. It's fun stuff. Well, let me get to it. This is a pretty good size article. There's a lot of stuff in here, but the gist is I don't want to insult you with grazing tips and all that standard stuff that the nutritionists tell you to do, health experts. You know, look at your food, make selections, small portions. I don't do that myself. So what I would rather do is I would rather give you some tips on how to maybe control your behavior and do some preventative battle plans pre-scenario, you know, before you go into the battle, okay? So tip number one, I repeat, never go to your holiday meal starved, okay? That's a big mistake. So I mentioned that a little bit when I first started out. You'll want to eat a regular meal 2 to 3 hours before you go into battle, okay? And because it takes your stomach and your digestive system about 4 to 6 hours to work, and then you're ready to maybe put something in there, but you'll get full faster. Tip number two, don't drink alcohol. What makes you think you could drink and drive? And also apply that to drinking and eating, okay? Because that's not only is alcohol a depressant, but it's a painkiller, it's a relaxant, taste intensifier, inhibitor. Come on, you're not going to be able to pay attention to what you're doing. You're going to pack on the weight, you're going to eat and drink like Vikings, and you're going to really feel that pain. Tip number three, drink plenty of water. You know, that's a natural solvent. And while you're drinking water, it helps digestion, process the foods, and you'll feel full faster. So always do that with the meals, okay? Don't stay at the dinner table. How many of you sat there, you look at the turkey, you pick at it, you get some cranberries, dressing, extra potatoes, and before you know it, you get up and go, whoa, okay? So I just say never stay at the table, okay? Mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, making me hungry already. See, I'm human. I can get weak. All right, happens to everybody. But I'm aware, so I've got a plan. Tip number five. Oh, how are we doing on the time? Tip number five, got to keep moving. Wait 20 minutes before you dive into seconds, although I don't recommend seconds. Okay, it takes your stomach and brain that long to register that you've had enough to eat. And I say never eat dessert after the meal. Insult to injury. Okay? Wait at least an hour. All right? And I also say never take seconds of anything if you can avoid it, but if you do, you know, hey, what can I say? Don't take food leftovers. No. No. You're gonna add insult to injury, okay? Just don't do it. Your holiday seasons are tough enough, okay? And the last thing is, when you're going through the holidays, don't stop exercising. At a minimum, walk 30 minutes a day or do some kind of aerobic activity, all right? So go and read the article. It's really written in detail. I'm proud of the article. I had fun writing it. It was a blast. I wish you and your family Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. You know, have fun, enjoy. But now you've got a pre-meal battle plan to go into. So I'm going to be signing off, and we'll see you real soon. Bye. Oh, did I say I have a little bit extra time, so I'm just going to be quiet now and let you watch and listen.